What? I thought this was a channel that optimized a moderate retirement. Yes, it is. And I know a lot of you will probably call me stupid after I explain why I will never ask for a senior discount. Go ahead, call me stupid, leave me comments. And a little later in this video, I will also give you 8 great senior discounts that you may not have heard of before. For those of you who are calling me idiotic for thinking this way. But let me explain myself, guys, why I feel this way about senior discounts, okay? Leave me some comments because I know, after I get through these reasons, I know there are a lot of you who will agree with me, okay? So hammer me or praise me, I don't care. Just leave me comments about this. Here's the first reason. I'm 63, but I feel nowhere near my age, okay? I remember my dad telling me only a couple of years ago, maybe 5 years ago, he said, up until the age of 70, I didn't feel any different than if I was 35. Okay, now he's in good health. In the last couple of years, he slowed down, but he's pretty much been in good health for most of his life. I feel the same way, guys. I feel the same way. So if I'm asking for a senior discount, it just doesn't equate up here. Okay, again, leave me comments. I know a lot of you might feel this first reason like I do. It just does not equate for me. I don't feel anywhere near 63, maybe 38, 40, and luckily my health is good. Okay, my thinking, well, most of the time is pretty good. All right, here's the second reason I feel that way. Well, just to go on the first reason, because of the fact that I don't feel my age, I've done it a couple times in the past, and every time I ask for those stupid discounts, and yes, there are some good ones, as I'll get to in a couple minutes here, I feel embarrassed. Guys, does that happen to you? Now, maybe some of you that are, later in retirement, no. There could be some of you that retired at 53 or 58, whatever. No, they have no problem with asking for senior discounts. I'm embarrassed when I ask for a senior discount. And again, it's only happened a couple times in the past. And because of the embarrassment I felt over it, I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that again. But yes, I know I'm leaving a lot of money on the table. I know for a retirement creator who is, touting his channel for optimizing a moderate retirement, yes, it's dumb. I know it's a blind spot I have, okay? I can't help it. It's just the way it is. Here's another reason. I worked for 20 years in the music industry, okay? The music industry is totally about youth. Doesn't matter, man. We had some executives in their late 60s, even 70, who were trying to dress, to the latest trend. And I got to tell you, the music industry and maybe film, maybe some of the startups, Silicon Valley, where you just dress down, it might be acceptable. For the rest of society, they're looking at you. It's like, what the heck is your problem? So yes, the music industry, everything is about youth. Everything's about youth. The younger, the better. I know that's a big hang up for me. Now, I got laid off in 2010, okay? It's a long time ago, but that has always stuck with me. Those were my kind of like my formative working years. It has stuck with me, so I still have that mentality. I mean, look at the way I dress, right? I like the way I dress, but a lot of people my age may not feel comfortable dressing like this. The earrings, all the tats, the rings. I was in it for 20 years, okay? I still feel comfortable doing that. Here's another reason. I remember the couple times that I did take that senior discount. Not only was I embarrassed, but it made me feel more about my mortality. It brought it close to home. It brought it close to the fact that those words coming out of my mouth, hey, can I have the senior discount? It was like a slap in the face. It even sounded harder than that. It brought me close to my own mortality. Just saying those words, that made me very uncomfortable. Guys, has that happened to you? I'll bet you there's a lot of you that feel the same way about that. So for me, it's kind of like another thing that goes along with taking senior discounts or refusing to take them is when people call me sir. I just don't feel like I'm in that age group. I just don't. Sir to me is like, you're addressing someone like in their 70s. That's just the way I was raised. Now, I wasn't, maybe some other cultures, maybe other parts of the United States. It's that it is expected to call your elders sir. Okay. I wasn't raised that way. The only people I called sir were mostly people up there in age. So when people call me sir, it makes me uncomfortable, you know? And it wasn't, okay, maybe if I was like the owner of a company or a senior vice president when I was working, maybe I'd be more comfortable with that because you might have got that at work. But I don't feel comfortable with that, guys. So that and taking senior or asking for senior discounts is just a really big issue for me. Okay, now, when I said never in the title of this, right? What does never mean? Could this change next year? My feelings on it? Sure. Could it change 5 years from now, 10 years from now? Sure, it could. Maybe I'll feel my age more then. Maybe my thinking will just have changed. But as far as now, I never want to take a senior discount because of the reasons I just explained. Hey, for those of you who see me for the first time, this is a channel for optimizing a moderate retirement. Yes, even though this topic doesn't seem like it, it is. If that's something you might like, think about subscribing and like the video. Now, here are some, for those of you who are calling me crazy, for those of you who are like, what the hell is wrong with you, man? Here are 8 great senior discounts that you may not have heard before. Number 1, LensCrafters. If you are an AARP member, you can get up to 50% off your glasses, your lenses. Okay, that is a good deal. That one might actually make me want to swallow some of that embarrassment I feel about claiming a senior discount. Number 2, Marriott or Marriott, whatever it is, the hotel chain. If you are 62 or over, you can get 10% off of a stay. Not a bad deal. 62 and over, 10% off at Marriott hotels. IHOP, they have a 55 plus menu, and some of the items on that menu are 20% off. Not bad, right? Now, if I ate at IHOP every day, I think I'd be taking the senior discount. Number 4, Walgreens. If you are 55 or over, the first Tuesday of every month, everything is 20% off. Another really good deal. Now, are there a lot of Walgreens still around? I know in Los Angeles they've closed. They've been closing some. What about where you guys live? Maybe not. Number 5, Kohl's. If you are 60 or over, every Wednesday you get 15% off select brands at Kohl's. I sound like an advertisement, don't I? Should I maybe trying to get ad revenue on these guys, trying to get them as a sponsor? I'm such a good pitch man. Number 6, T-Mobile. If you are 55 or over, you can have access to discounted senior plans. Don't know what those plans are. Maybe they are not as good as the regular plans. Again, I don't look into this because I just don't, okay? Could have some good deals there at T-Mobile, who knows? 7, Amtrak. If you are 65 or older, you can get 10% off rail fares on Amtrak. And number 8, Hertz. Hertz, the car rental place. If you are over 50 and over, you can get 20% off base car rental rates at Hertz. Okay, those sound pretty good. Now, you guys might have heard of those. I haven't heard of most of those because, again, I don't investigate this stuff, okay? So, guys, what do you think? Am I insane? Am I going against the whole, purpose of this channel by feeling this way? I know a lot of you may not feel the same way I do. Okay, hopefully some of those reasons made sense to you. And if they didn't, call me out on them, man. I don't care. This channel, you don't have to put a comment on my channel. You do not have to agree with me. All I ask for you is to just do it in a respectful manner. Okay, anything profane or anything like that, out of there. It's a 1 strike and you're gone policy in my channel. But life is about agreeing and disagreeing, right? You are going to have disagreements. If you do not agree with me on any of my videos, please let me know. And if it's constructive, that's even better. There are some comments I've looked at before and I've totally changed my way of looking at things, regarding this channel or regarding life in general. So guys, please leave those comments, okay? And as always, I don't know if you could hear it in this video, but man, the wind is howling outside. That's why I had to do it inside. As always, from a very windy and nippy high desert, we got this.